Well, hey, Michael, it's great to see you again, man.
Great to see you, Sean. How's it going?
Doing great, man. You've been busy since the last time we talked, obviously. It's exciting to catch up. How does it feel that season two is finally out in the world and people are finally getting a chance? I actually spoke to director John Gunn and I was like, man, this actually came out faster than I thought from season one
Yeah,
and season two. So we didn't have to
yeah,
wait too long.
yeah. Not too long of a wait, man. We're just so excited that it's out because, I mean, this season is just it's so fantastic. It's filled with so much. Every episode has so many twists and turns and action and romance and drama. So, yeah, man, we're so excited.
Yeah, we've been enjoying it. Obviously, the wife was surprised, be like, "Wait, we can watch more of this? It's already back! Like, let's do it." So she was psyched about that. Fans were completely mesmerized by your voice, obviously in season one. Some even said that they stopped what they were doing the moment they heard you sing. No
No
joke.
way.
These are comments I'm reading. I will be reading you from our conversation last time that were left.
Oh.
So they did say that. How did you approach building that musical language for David, especially since it blends, ancient Hebrew Psalms with your own emotional expression?
Man, well, you know what? The Psalms in Hebrew for me, that was a dream of mine for a long time, way before David. It's been a dream of mine to hear the Psalms come to life, see what it was actually like, get a glimpse into what David sounded like singing the Psalms. And so during the audition process, I sent over a little Hebrew song of the Shema prayer, and I sent it over to the production team, hoping to inspire them that this should be the style of music that we do for the show. And thankfully, they really liked it, and so it kind of ended up influencing the music for the show, and they hired a really amazing composition team. And we all kind of worked together on these songs, and it's so amazing that you say all these comments because I mean that's just so fantastic.
I had to share them with you. I know there's probably more coming, but obviously, same with season two. I'm sure you helped shape the melodies yourself for season two as well.
A little bit. So they would send me recordings of the melody, and I grew up in Egypt, and so I speak Arabic. I'm very familiar with that Eastern music, and so I would add a little bit of my Eastern twist, some of the runs, mess with the melody a little bit to make it fit more of my background of Middle Eastern Mediterranean music. Um, but I mean, when it comes to the songs, that was the Kiners, that was the composition team, and John Gunn kind of directed the emotions of the song. And so, I mean, it was really a collaborative effort on how they turned out, and we really wanted to make sure that it was word for word sections from the Psalms. And so, what people hear is straight out from the Bible.
He
Yeah,
said you actually learned to play the lyre and perform
right.
live on set. So, like, what was that experience like? Not just acting, but you're fully stepping into the role of this warrior poet.
Yeah, I mean, I would just spend hours at home just playing with the lyre and like making melodies on it. And I mean, it was just super fun. And it's a really easy instrument. I found this out recently. There was a guy who tried to decrypt musical notes from scripture and kind of figure out what kind of notes were used in the 10-stringed instrument, the kinnor. And he landed on a tuning of D, E, F, A flat, A, B, C, D, E, F. And that's the tuning that we used for the show. Um, and so, I mean, really, it's really as close as you can get. And I wanted to make sure too, when I learned the lyre, that we had the opportunity to sing it live. And so, if fans of season one remember in episode four, there's the first time that David sings for the king, Psalm 30. That was live. I really pushed that day to get a live recording of that song. And so, what people hear is what everyone else on set heard. Yeah.
Well, that's amazing. Many fans have said your voice reaches their soul and they feel that it's angelic and spiritual. So, how do you personally balance being a performer with feelings that you're channeling something bigger through your music?
Listen, man, my faith is very important to me, and so I take all of that and I send it back to him. It's he gave me this talent, and so if it's for his glory, that's my honor.
No, that's great to hear. John Gunn confirmed like there is a House of David soundtrack that is coming.
Oh,
Something
yes.
fans been begging for. Were you involved in
Yes.
curating that? So what can you say about that?
Well, all I can say right now is that there's something really great coming for the fans of the show, the fans of the Psalms. We have expanded the Psalms from Scripture and really took our time and bringing a finished product to people and something they could listen to on their platforms. So, that's as much as I can say about it, but I think it's going to be really, really exciting for them.
Love it. Another tease for that. I know audiences and fans are waiting for that. Was there a particular scene in season two where singing live really helped you connect more deeply to the emotion of the moment? I'm sure it's all of them, but is there a particular scene just right off the top of your head?
In season two.
Yes.
Well, I sung live for all of them. Sometimes we had a track just depending on the environment, but I s- so episode 4 is coming out this weekend, and there is a psalm in there that is really kind of pivotal to what happens in the show, and I think that one was sung live. We did not even have a studio recording of that, so we had to get it live. And there's no instruments. It's just pure, almost like worship, you know. And the yeah, yeah.
No, that's exciting to hear that. One fan did write that, it says, David's got that sauce. His singing made me stop in pure amazement. How does it feel when I read those kind of reactions and realizing your performance is connecting across genres, faiths, and cultures all around?
Man, can I put that on my Instagram bio? David's got that sauce.
Yeah, I will screenshot as many as I can and send it to the team so you can
Yeah,
see this
that's
stuff. But there's a lot of great stuff. I loved readings. I read everyone's enthusiasm, honestly, after season one. So how does that feel like knowing that it's not
yeah.
just the acting, it's the music, it's your voice, literally your voice that are making people move?
But man, you know what? That's kind of why I wanted to do it in Hebrew because a lot of the times we hear renditions of the Psalms and they're in English, and there's this barrier. You feel like for those who don't speak English, you can hear it and kind of, oh, I don't really understand, I don't really get it, and the melodically, structurally, it's not coherent. But when you hear it in the original language, you can really get as close to the emotion that the original author was trying to reach. And so I think maybe that's why it's so successful, is that we really just stripped down all of the excess and got to the heart of the Psalms and tried to make them as authentic as possible. So I mean, man, that really, really means so much to me that it's resonating with so many people.
Oh yeah, tons of people. And David is this warrior poet all the way to the end. How has that duality grown for you this season, balancing his strength and leadership with his gentleness and musical soul?
Yeah. I mean, it's a great thing to dive into. Like, he's such a complex being. He's got a very rough edged, sword side, but also a very sweet and emotional side. This man was in touch with his feelings and also, put down his foot where he needed to. And I think it's kind of it should be a model for all of us that, humans are complex. There's so many different sides to us. We're not one dimensional. We can both write poetry and kick butt. So I think that's one of the things that I really enjoyed doing this season is a lot of the fighting, a lot of the action. Um, it's just been such a pleasure. I remember season 1, like seeing everybody else hold swords, and I'm like, man, I want to hold a sword. I'm kind of stuck with my tiny little sling. But this season I got a lot of time with that sword. So it's no, it's just great getting to discover more about David.
Yeah, season two is bigger and grander. Fans can tell us from the first episode of season two, which is amazing. Lastly, you told me once that portraying David was your dream come true. But now
Yeah.
that you've lived in his skin even longer, musically, emotionally, and spiritually, what part of him has changed you the most as an artist?
Oh, you know what? I got to take a page out of David's book, and I got to say his confidence. The man was humble, but humility does not have to shadow overshadow confidence. I think you can have both at the same time. And a lot of times as actors, we tend to second guess ourselves. We tend to not be in the moment because we're thinking so much. But rather, David was a man who trusted. And so I think I that playing him changed me in that way, and that I think I have more trust um, as a human being, trust in my faith in my God. Um, I would say, and it's, I mean, it's been life changing, honestly, for me. It automatically gives me that confidence in my day to day life. So, yeah.
No, that's fantastic to hear. Yeah, from talking to you last time to now, I could tell you're much more comfortable being the David that we see on screen and really embracing it, because I know it's a big role. You have knocked it out of the park, man. Everyone is enjoying everything you're delivering, and the music, man. Don't stop the music. But Michael, it was so great
Thank
to
you.
see you again, and we got to do it again. I know for sure.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, man. It's a great chatting with you as always. And have a good one, man. Take care.